I want to see if there's an echo, so give me a minute. Alright, should be good. Cool beans. I don't really see a lot of people yet, but I have to start the show because at 6 o'clock I have to leave. I have to go pick up my puppies. They're at puppy daycare right now. And, you know, I have to pick them up before 7. They're about 30 minutes away, so I just want to make sure I get there. So anyway, all that to say is I'm going to jump right into the show. Hopefully a lot of people come in. Actually, give me a second. Let me get the link and, you know, share it on my Instagram real quick. Everybody out there that is not following me on Instagram or Twitter, you know, you can do so at Jeyodin. That's Jeyodin. And if you want me to read one of your comics on the show, then, you know, please follow me on either Twitter or Instagram, and then send me a DM. You know, just have a link to your comic book, and yeah, you know, I will read it, you know, here. So give me one moment. Let me switch this up for a second, so that way you're just seeing me. All right, that's cool. So let me get this link. I hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. Hopefully these streams get a lot better in the future. As of right now, I'm just, you know, just kind of winging it. Just, you know, hoping everything works out. I actually, the last 2 live streams I did, I broke them up into a few videos. And if you guys want to, you know, watch me just read those specific comics, you know, they're on there. So let's hang out. Done. All right. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Let me tag Saturday AM. And let's read some comics. Let's read comics. Woo. All right. All right, that works. All right, cool. All right. Again, you know, just to, you know, let you guys know who I am. You know, hopefully you guys already know. But my name is Jeyodin. I am the creator of Saturday AM's Hammer. Volume 3 just came out in stores. I'm super excited. You know, there was actually a Talk Shop live event last month, about a month ago. I think almost a day, actually. And, you know, you can actually, you know, pre-order these and, you know, get, like, autographed copies and stuff, volume 3 and volume 2. So if you guys want a autographed copy, it's the same price as a normal copy and the stores and stuff. You know, yeah, just go to the link. I should have it inside the description, so you guys can, you know, go check that out. Hold on. Sorry, I was meant to send this here as well, and now it's just acting up. Okay, all right. So yeah, you know, there's volume 3 of Hammer that just came out. I'm super excited about that. It took forever to, you know, add all the updates. I was working on that, plus, you know, around that time I was actually signing the contract for the Rick and Morty manga that comes out later on this year. That actually comes out when volume 4 of Hammer comes out, so I'm very, very excited about that. All right, do that. Boom. All right, hopefully some people click in. Anyway, yeah, so you can go buy this right now. Volume 3, it's in stores, Books A Million, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. If you do see it in Walmart, there's only, I think, a few Walmarts that it's actually in. I know they expanded it, but you know, it's not in my area. So if you guys see it in your area, please, you know, take a picture, tag Saturday AM, tag White Manga. I'm sure you'll see Apple Black. We also have Clock Striker. That should be out as well. But if I'm not mistaken, they should also have, obviously, Hammer, Titan King, I think Oblivion Rouge, Saigami, Titan King. I think I already said that. Yellow Stringer. We have a bunch of titles, and I know that there's more coming out this year, and obviously we want to you know, stay at Walmart for, you know, as long as possible, but that only really, you know, actually happens if it performs, and the way that happens is you guys. So if you guys really want to support us, please, you know, definitely go to your local Walmart. Let them know if you don't see it, you know, if you can order it, maybe they'll put it on their shelves or whatever. But if you do see it, please take a picture, tag us. That would be a great, great help. You can also, by the way, just order any of our books on Amazon or our website, Saturday-am.com. So yeah, all these links are in the description below. But other than that, obviously I want to talk about my 4-step guide. This is a guide that I actually launched. I started selling this maybe a few weeks ago, and a lot of people have started to like it. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Hopefully it's helping out everybody out there. I'm also selling like consultations. This last week, I did like 5 of them. I had only 5 that were $50, so they kind of all sold out. But I don't know. I might keep it at $50. Like, I might just have a different tier. It'll be like a 30-minute tier for $50. And if you guys want like the entire hour, I'll have 5 of those for $75. That's gonna raise up to $100. So if you guys want it like as cheap as possible, like try to jump on it whenever I have these. But everybody that was inside of these consultations, they're really cool. I mean, they asked me about. They showed me their story. They had like a bunch of questions that I answered. One person I actually answered like through DM because like something was going on with his camera. So if you guys want that option, I can do that as well. But yeah, like I said, right now I'm just trying to like I'm in the mood of just trying to help a lot of people, and I think the 4-step guide. I know a lot about comics. Like I know a few things about everything else, but I know a lot about comics. So, if you guys want to pick my brain or, just see, anything, any amount of advice that I can give you, I would love to do that. So, definitely look into that. It should be in my link tree if you guys, like I said, have any burning questions for me, or just want to talk for an entire hour or 30 minutes. I might be like I said, I'm starting up that tier soon. But yeah. Other than that, what else was I gonna say? Yeah. All right. I think that was it. All right. Those are my announcements for today. So now it is time to read these comics. This is the first person that sent me a comic. By the way, guys, I said this earlier, but if you guys want me to read your comic, please just send me a DM. I will see it and put you in line. Right now, I believe there is one person who is for. I think I already have one person or maybe 2 people who are already for next Friday. So, if you guys want that last spot, then definitely DM me and let me know. How many people are in the chat right now? Is there anybody here? There's only one person here. Are you kidding me? Well, Spider the Lag Man, thank you for being here, man. What's good, bro? I'm doing pretty well. I am, just trying to read some comics. I'm about to read your comic and some other people as well. We're gonna make this a cool show. So if you have any questions, then definitely let me know inside the chat, and I will try to answer it as fast as possible. So all right, but I'm gonna start reading so that way. Like I said, I have to like break these up and like put them on my channel and stuff, so that way I can have videos because right now, like, I made like this entire video series for the 4-step guide, but it's actually like this really long 2-hour long video that I made, and like I just broke that up into 20 videos, and now they're being released like every Wednesday. So for everybody out there that watches this after the fact, you can you can actually like watch those videos every Wednesday at 11 a.m. I think 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but that's gonna go on until like the end of June, like June 28th or something like that. And I'm still editing them, but I'm a horrible editor. So like I need to get better at editing videos, or at least find somebody that can edit my videos, because I think that would be really definitely a right step, the right direction that I need to be taking. But as of right now, I actually have come up with an idea to do like, I don't know, a really low budget, like kind of like a Long Beach Griffey type movie that I want to do. So it's just gonna be me and like I don't know, just dressed up, kind of like how I did in a few skits that I did a long time ago. I think that'd be pretty fun. So I don't know, I'm working on the script right now. Everything that I want it to have. I kind of have the idea that I have is basically I travel back in time and I give myself the 4-step guide to create comics, and now I'm trying to get back to the present, but I have to like team up with my old self, like Jeyodin Yellow, who's like really really old. Like he was in another skit. So I don't know. Like it might be really fun. I might be working on that soon. But as of right now, I'm kind of just trying to think of like ways that I can like put out a lot of videos without actually like filming a lot of things, because I'm still working on like a lot of projects. Currently, I'm trying to finish up Volume 4 of Hammer, and I'm actually working on the current chapter of Hammer that should be coming out in later on this month. You had a question. Some context. I entered my comic in a contest, and it had to be 5 pages long plus a cover page. That's awesome, man. I actually looked a little bit through your comic, before getting on this. I didn't want to look too far, so I only looked at the first 2 pages. And first off, I I love your style. Like I think your style is really cool. It's very cartoony. So I think if you keep on doing everything you're doing, you're gonna break out at some point. We've actually talked like Saturday AM. Maybe one day, having. I remember I talked to you like through DMs, where we were like discussing maybe like a chibi Saturday AM comic, and I remember like you did like a lot of fan arts like that in the past, and it was really cool. So I mean, that might be something that happens in the future if you're up for it, and we can actually make it work in Saturday AM, because we're expanding, and there's a lot of opportunity that's popping our way. So I mean, food for thought. But anyway, I'm getting to the show. We're gonna start off with Jared Sterling's comic. Jared Sterling, first impression, just looking at his artwork, I think he, obviously likes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but like it's kind of more cartoony, and I like that. I think it stands out in a pretty cool way. So we're gonna read his comic. It's called Cyborg Vega. I'm gonna read the latest issue, or the latest chapter. It came out March 6th, so that was 4 days ago. So yeah. All right, let's do this. Story and art by Jared Sterling. Hold on for 1 second. Let me see if I can get some more people. Sweet to see my stuff up there, man. Appreciate it. Spider Lag, man. Yo, crazy. You remember all of that? Yeah, man. I have a very good memory. I have a very good memory. And yes, Jared Sterling. Yes, thank you for being here. I'm trying to get more people, so I'm gonna go live also on my Instagram, and then hopefully people will come. So give me 1 second. All right. Yo, what's going on Instagram? I am currently live also on YouTube right now. You guys can see all that, and I'm going to be talking. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat, or you guys can come to my YouTube and, ask me any questions there as well. But let's do this. I'm reading right now Cyborg Vega from Jared Sterling. Yeah, if you're on Instagram, you probably can't see this comic, but if you go on YouTube right now, if you use the link, let me see if I can pin the link right here, and then that way you guys can see the comic that I'm reading as well. Hold on, post, and then I'll pin the link. All right, cool, awesome. So click that link, go to YouTube, and then that way you guys can see me actually read the comic that I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing this until 6 o'clock, so Instagram might cut off at some point, but no, I mean, if you guys are if you're on YouTube, then you'll see all this stuff. So yeah. All right, let me do this real quick. And all right, cool. So we're on Cyborg Vega, story and art by Jared Sterling. Read this way, which I guess is left to right. All right, chapter 9. This is the quickest I've gotten a chapter done so far, and I'm really happy with how it turned out too. I hope you'll agree. Thanks for checking it out. Awesome sauce, man. Let's see. First off, how many pages is this? Oh, you know what? Whatever. Let's see. All right. Can you guys... Okay, you can see this. All right. Julius has won the 3rd round. Up next is contestant number 7, Mako versus... I don't know what to do for exclamation points. All right. You're next, Mako. I'm excited to see you in action. Good luck. Thanks, Vega. But like I told you earlier, there's no way anyone is going to beat me. And then he turns. All right. First off, again, I like your style, man. I like the JoJo, and it's like a mixture between JoJo and Astro Boy. It's not as detailed as either of them, but I mean, I think with time you'll definitely get better. But yeah, I like the JoJo, cross hatching and stuff. All right, contestant number 8, Hayato, begin. All right, that was the I guess, continuation of this announcement right there. So, my bad. But whatever. All right. I never expected much from the other two, but having 3 slots tied up in the tournament would have really helped. I'm sorry, I read that entirely wrong. I never expected much from the other two, but having 3 slots tied up in the tournament would have really helped. I'm an elite member of World Unity. All of our plans rest solely on me now. I have to win. All right, so one of the advice things that I would say in terms of like right here anyway, just for clarity reasons, just how you saw me mess up. I'm sure other people, maybe not, but I mean, maybe a percentage of people would probably mess up. So the fact of the matter is that whenever you draw a comic, you just want to make sure that it's as clear as possible, so that way no one ever like trips up whenever they're reading something. So if you did this through Clip Studio Paint, what I would do is there's like a bubble tool where it's like a thought bubble tool, kind of like the ones that are like spiky. I forgot what it's called. It's like Splash or something. But I'll make a video at some point and I'll talk about that. But I would use those right here to show that she's thinking about that, so that way it's just a lot easier to see for everybody that's reading it. All right, it looks like he's tapping. Tim. All right, he's gone. Where? Oh, you're fast, huh? All right. Oh, crap. All right, he destroyed this thing. What? Crumble. The stage completely crumbled away. All he did is touch it. How strong is this guy? All right. I like this. All right. I like the effects on the back, like the background, the tone. Like I think that's pretty cool. All right, and then you can see how he's getting up. All right. Okay. She's posing around. I'm glad I have this speed power core on my suit. Maximum output should keep me away from him. I'll just have to make sure I don't run myself off the edge. And then, I guess, all right, she's looking at her. Whew, excuse me, guys. All right. Okay, she says, okay, based on his size, if I charge at him fast enough, it should send him flying, no matter how strong he is. Tim. Now! Slam! How'd that feel? What? No. First off, I hope you guys are appreciating, these sound effects that I'm making. Like, hopefully, this is entertaining. If you think so, put a like on the video on Instagram, or put some hearts in the chat on Instagram, or YouTube, or wherever. All right, let's do this. Whoosh! What the hell is with you? I hit you with enough force to send you flying 1,000 feet. I know I hit him hard enough. I hit him directly, too. It's like he absorbed all my force. How? Sorry, little buddy. It isn't really something you're going to figure out. No amount of force you can generate is going to affect me at all. So get ready, because nobody is going to stop me from smashing that device. What? Smash it? I thought even if I lost it, I could still get it somehow. But I've got no choice. He's coming. Whoosh. Crack. Boing. Ha. Definitely thought I had you there. Alright, so for everybody that's watching this on Instagram, I just want to say I'm not crazy. You guys should definitely look at this comic. Like, I'm making the sound effects because this is what I envision when I'm looking at this. Everybody that's on YouTube, for Jared Sterling, dude, you're doing a good job. What I would say so far anyway is it does kind of show that this is the fastest you've drawn this comic, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not trying to say that as an insult. I'm basically saying that it looks like you did it quick enough to just get it done, and that's not what you should do. You should, if you have time, you should always try to, focus as much time, on that panel to try to make it look as cool or as eye-catching as possible. You also, there's not a lot of backgrounds, which, I'm not a professional at drawing backgrounds, but I technically am, but I mean, I'm not, the best background artist in the world, and, I understand this, like, I work within my limits. I try to, do the best I can, and, I'm trying to get better. There are some people that'll help me out who've been my assistant in the past. Drawn Up Comics, giving you a shout out. I'm not sure if you're watching right now. But hopefully in the future I'll have another assistant that can help me out. I actually need like a really good background artist for Hammer. But that's another video for another day. But the only way you're gonna get better at drawing backgrounds, or at least get better in the sense of figuring out what you can improve on, is if you try to add backgrounds whenever it's uncomfortable for you. So I mean, granted, right now this particular panel action that I'm looking at, like you don't necessarily need a lot, because he's you just need to technically see the ground, and I get what you're doing, and like it makes sense, but you could add more detail to the tiles. You could also add more detail to the cracks. You could get the perspective right. I mean, I said this to a few people inside of the consultations that I've had. You just gotta kind of think about like the scale of everything. So just always keep that in mind. But again, so far so good. I think you're doing a pretty good job. So I'm gonna keep on reading. I'm almost done with this comic, and then we're gonna go to the next comic, which is the Cart Wrangler by the Lagman. We're gonna read his comic. So stay tuned if you guys want to see that. But yeah, let's do this. That's it. I'm using that technique. I can't worry about how much it'll hurt him. Humanity's future is depending on me. He's like, Tim. He's like just tap dancing. Like, I love the fact that he's just doing this like this. He's like, I don't care what you're doing. It does not matter. I am way stronger than you. So she's like, all right. She's like, swishing her hands together. And he's like, oh, he's gone. He beat me to it. I told you, you're not gonna, huh? And then, right behind him is this girl with electricity. Okay. Static bang! And then, like, she hits him. He's like, ah! I'm not sure if that's a girl or a guy, so I'm sorry if I'm, mispronouncing, whoever it is, but, I'm just doing what I need to do. So anyway, she's like, static bang! And then, he's like, Mako! And then he falls. Oh, man. And he has, like, an Iron Man like chess piece. Like, what is this? He's like, what is it? Like, she's confused too. What? What? Okay, all right. So first off, I do like the fact that that's a pretty cool cliffhanger. I don't know what that is. It looks exactly like the Iron Man chess piece that he had, like, when he made it triangular. It's not nearly as detailed, so there's that. But I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm not sure if that's what you were going for, and if it is, then I mean, to be honest with you, I think you should try to think of a way to make it a little bit more stand out-ish or unique. It's on his chest. That's kind of like the Iron Man. So I don't know. Maybe in the future, this thing like moves around and it goes to his shoulder, or it goes to his abdomen, or like I said, it moves around so it can go to like his leg, or whatever. So I have no idea what this is. It does definitely raise questions for everybody that might be wanting to check this out. But for everybody out there that wants to check out this comic, the link is in the description of my YouTube video, not my Instagram. So, for the 3 people that are watching Instagram right now, please come over to YouTube. There's 11 people watching there. It's not a lot, but, I'm just starting. So, whatever. But if you guys want to check out this comic, please do so. There's the link. It's in the description. It's called Cyborg Vega. I'm going to show you guys right here. Cyborg Vega. There are 9 chapters so far. And, like I said, I like your art style, man. I think it's a mixture between Astro Boy and, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think the more you draw, the better you're going to get. I would definitely work on anatomy and perspective. That just seems to be something that, most people need to work on. I also need to work on it as well. I've just been working on it for so long now that I've made it accustomed to, like, everything else that I've done, and, it works. So, I mean, you can do technically the same thing, but, I've been doing this for the last 13 years, so, just keep on drawing, and, eventually you'll get better. You'll figure out different things that work for you. But, yeah, definitely good job. I think, this was pretty cool, man. I'm going to read these comments real quick, and then I'm going to go to the next comic. Let's go up. Hold on. All right, Jared Sterling says, "Cool, love your reading the latest one too. In my CV, better than the first one." Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. For everybody out there that wants to read, send me a chapter of their comic. I'm always gonna try to read the latest one because it's the latest work. I mean, that's the best that you have, or at least the one that you thought to send me. So, I mean, I think that's that's what I'm going to do from now on. So, I mean, if anybody has, like, a series that they want me to, like, start reading or, a chapter of the series, then, yeah, definitely send me a link, and I'll read the latest chapter in one of these lives. Also, for everybody out there that's watching this on YouTube, I have over here my 4-step guide. At some point, I'm going to make this entire, layout look a lot cooler. But as of right now, I'm just kind of, winging it. And, so I have this window open. And I want you guys to see. This is, the 4-step guide to creating comics. If you guys want to check it out, it's, 40 pages long, $5. A lot of people who have bought it so far have, I don't know. There's actually a lot more people than I thought that actually bought this. So I'm pretty happy. It's pretty cool. But I mean, I hope that you guys can actually, learn something from this. And if you guys have any burning questions for me, in regards to comic books, like this is the best way to just get straight to what I would normally say. But I also have consultations. I actually just sold out of the last 5. They were $50. I've raised the price now for a 1-hour consultation. That's going to be $75. But if you guys want a 30-minute consultation, I might open up another tier soon. That's $50. And, if you guys want to do that, then that'd be cool. So, but, like I said, I'm going to read these real quick. Yo, that's crazy. You remember all that? The first one, much better. What's up? From the land of the surreal. Zuriel the Surreal. Oh, yo, what's up, man? That is somebody that I talked to earlier today. He was, I was, giving him some pointers on his comic. So, keep an eye out for this dude in the future. Ofo dude, Sea Urchin Bubble. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm going to be reading that dude's comic later on. So, stick around because that'll be really cool. I flipped through it. It looks pretty nice. Jared Serling, definitely, man. Appreciate the pointer. No problem, man. Hello, I am late. Balthazar Chase. I'm not sure exactly who you are, but I think your name sounds pretty cool. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Backgrounds are my forte. Yeah, man, they're nobody's forte. This is what it is. Yo, Jay, if you ever need another assistant, I would love to apply. Oh, awesome sauce, man. Maybe in the future we'll see what's up. Send me a DM. Jared Sterling, it's a guy, but no worries at all. Oh, it's a guy. Okay, all right. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's not. I saw eyelashes. I saw more than a few eyelashes, and I thought, this is the girl. So, but again, when it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they have a lot of eyelashes too. It's just, they usually, the anatomy of most of their characters are super, manly and muscular. So, there's usually no, well, actually, his most recent type comics haven't necessarily been that way. But, if you look at, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, they're all super manly, but they all had, eyelashes. And, they just had pretty faces, but, muscular bodies. So, I don't know. I would say, if you want to avoid any confusion in the future for, another reader in the future, just work on anatomy, trying to... I know they might not be super muscular or anything like that particular character, but it looked like that character had curves. So I don't know. I would just try to work on that a little bit more so that way no one's confused. Unless again they're trying to be very androgynous and very I'm not sure what you are. In which case go for it. I think you did a really good job if that's the case. So yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, good idea. I'll fine-tune the design for the next one. Thanks so much for reading it, man. You really appreciate it. You. No problem, man. Velmore, yo, hello. I almost read your name, Voldemort, so I'm sorry. I apologize. But Velmore, thank you for, joining us. Everybody that's watching the chat right now, thank you very much. Please put a like on the video. I would really appreciate that. We are about to start reading this next comic. This is from... Spider the Lagman. Spider with 3 eyes. And then an underscore and then Lagman. So, the Lagman. So you guys can go check him out. There's, like I said, there's links in the description below. This dude's style is awesome. I've always liked this dude's style. It's very, very cartoony, very stylistic. Like he has a lot of sequential like pages and stuff also on his page. I'm not gonna go through everything on this comic, but I looked through this comic and I thought it was really cool. I like the fact that he's using like the way he uses color and black and white. Like it's just, I don't know. This dude is definitely on his way to becoming somebody. If he doesn't give up and keeps on going, like I could totally see this dude being somebody in the future for sure. But we're gonna start with his first comic that he sent me. It's called The Cart Wrangler. All right, this is from Spider Lagman. All right, let's do this. This is only 6 pages. He had a comment earlier. I'm not sure if you guys, I don't know if there's new people here. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I mean, there's a comic. There's a comment that he has earlier where he said that this was entered into a contest, and that's the reason why it's only 5 pages long, including the cover. So that's why it's 6 pages in total. So, but this is the first cover. I like it. I like this a lot. I like the cartooniness. When I first got this comic and I looked at it, I immediately thought of my retail job where I had to also wrangle carts essentially. And I assume everybody that draws comics or draws in general or wants to be creative and come up with stories or anything like that, who's also had a retail job, has come up with their own version of this type of story. And I think that everybody that's done that is like they have like really cool ideas. Like I know I've had like a lot of ideas in relating to this. So, but I've never seen anybody like actually like do the comic, and I think that is really, really cool. That we actually have something like this to look at. I haven't seen I'm sure there are comics out there. That's not to say that I don't know. Maybe my eyes are just closed, but I don't know. I just like the fact that there's this comic, like the fact that. Like I can relate to it, just from everything that happened in my past. It's like I get it, I totally understand. So I mean, this is really cool. So let's go to the next page. Does it go to? How do I do this? Sorry guys, hold on. Do I move it like this? All right. Oh snaps. Urgh. Did it freeze? I think it froze. Give me a second. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, this is it's the first page. It reads right to left. All right. This here is Wrangler John. Can you guys see this? Hold on, give me a second. I think you can. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Everybody that's on Instagram, I'm about to close this. Thank you very much for looking at me on Instagram. I appreciate it. But if you guys, want to see this comic, which it looks awesome, by the way, then definitely come over to YouTube. Thanks again. I'm going to get out of that. And now. And awesome. All right. In the future, I might, whenever I have a better setup and I get this all, working out, I might also go live on Instagram if I can somehow show the screen as well. I'm sure there's a way to do that. I'm just tired right now and I can't figure it out. So, but anyway, whatever. We're going to start reading this. This here is Wrangler John. This is a tale about as old as 2 weeks old. As old as 2 weeks ago. About a grocery store employee that spends a part of his 5-hour shift wrangling carts. And then this cart falls down. Chick, chick, chick. That's the sound effect. All right, cool. John is tasked with collecting these carts from the cart corral to the store entrance, including the manager's special cart up front. But little did he know. And then it snaps. Yeah! See, okay, all right. So I really like your cartooniness. It's very energetic. The way you use your spot blacks as well, it really pops out. I like this a lot. I will say there are some things that are a little bit too chaotic sometimes. I would for instance, this right here, Like, I love the fact that these speed lines are like just in your face and like, they're going like, hey, look at this, and like it works perfectly with your style. But I think the thing that like kind of throws me off, or at least makes it a little bit more difficult to see this immediately, is two things. One, this speech bubble, I assume this is the first speech bubble, and if it's not the speech bubble, not the first speech bubble, this is the first speech bubble, and like it reads like this, and like I don't know, it kind of throws me off in terms of like which one is first. So I would definitely try to work on the clarity of like how to lead the reader's eye. That's definitely something that you should work on. But when it comes to the speed lines, that wouldn't be an issue if I knew like exactly where to go. It's just the speed lines are just another thing. It's another heavy black line that like kind of just confuses me when there's all the other heavy black lines that are around. Which, again, like I think it works for your style, but I would definitely try to figure out a way to just lead the eye of the reader a lot like easier, so that way they never get confused. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Also, same thing with this panel right here. Like the lines in the background. Again, like it's so much energy and like it looks really really cool, but like it's also like these lines are so thick that like every action that you have for him like kind of just blends in with it, and like it gets lost. And the people that look at this just in passing, they might not like appreciate it as much because they're not gonna like I think that it'll confuse a portion of the population that looks at this. Like, I mean, that's not to say that it will confuse everybody. I mean, but you always have to keep in mind that there are some people that just don't know what they're looking at when it comes to comics, and like you never want them to be confused. So this panel, that's the one thing that I would definitely work on. These thick lines are like just so thick that like it just kind of, makes this other, this main character John, Wrangler John, like he gets lost in like everything. So just food for thought. Yeah. He was in more trouble than a jackalope with its head on fire when his control rope snapped in two. Parking lot of death. I like that that looks like death. That's oil right there. Holy crap. That's a lot of fire, guys. That's insane. Looking for something, partner? Oh, man, he's just going down. Okay, I like this. This is cool. All right, let's go to the next page. Oh, wait, snap. Hold on. All right, next page. My coupon expired 1 minute after the expiration date, and they won't accept it. I demand to see a manager, or your cart jests. Oh, I'm sorry, or your cart gets it. Okay, all right. So, again, I love the cartooning. Mad Karen, like, I think that's really cool. I might be reading this backwards. Like, I feel like I am. So, I'm sorry if I am, dude. I'm not looking at the comments right now yet. So, if you've been telling me that I'm reading this backwards, then I'm sorry. But, I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's the way it looked initially. So, I don't know. Maybe you should have something that... Do you have something like that? Where it says, like, it reads this way? I don't know. Okay, well, I would probably put something like that, just for your stuff, just because it's so energetic. But Mad Karen, I love this design. I think it's really cool. It reminds me of what's it called, like Gurren Lagann, and just like obviously like the sunglasses and just the energetic. Like Kamina, like that's what it reminds me of. It's very energetic. The lines are just in your face. Like I like this a lot. Also, the way you use color, it changes the tone. I like that. I like that a lot. I think this page looks really cool. So yeah. All right. So he says, "Or your cart gets it." Okay. So I think I was reading it wrong. He says, "Behind you, someone who cares." Wait. Behind you, someone who cares. The cops. Where? And then he punches her. Holy crap. Holy crap. And then like she drops the cart, and then the cart is falling, and then he's like crap, and then he catches it and says, Okay. All right. So after that, she says, after John tied up the mad Karen like wandering cattle, he returned back to the store with the manager waiting. Where are you, manager? Your cart is safe and sound. And then the last page it says reality. Getting one cart. You spent 5 hours getting one cart. The cart corral, the store, the cart he was riding, the other cart he left behind, the same woman he also punched last week. Wow, there was never a cliff. John was then fired for, oh my god, for horsing around with the carts and assaulting a customer. Never to wrangle carts again. Hats off to you, dude. This comic was really cool. I love your art style. It's very, very cartoony, very stylistic. I think this is very cool. I see right now that says reads left to right. That's the only real biggest, that's the biggest issue that I would have, critique wise to say to you. If you had something that says left to right, at some point in, up here, just in the corner or, just even above, Wrangler John right here. Ooh, excuse me. I mean, I think that would have made it just a little bit easier for, me personally. But, I also think that, in the future for everybody else, it would help them out as well. So, your stuff is so cartoony and stylistic that I know that there are probably some people that will get lost just looking at your artwork. So you always just want to make it as clear as possible for them. So that is one thing that I would say. The other thing is in regards to the thick lines. I think if you made them a little bit thinner, for speed lines in particular, if they were a little bit thinner, I think that everything else that you draw would just pop out a little bit more because, the way that you use spot blacks and tones, it works. Also with color as well. So, I think if you just, would work on, those types of things, you would definitely, see a lot of, better results, for clarity reasons anyway. But ultimately, I love this comic, man. This is really cool. Like I said, I had, a lot of daydreams when I was working in retail. I used to work at Publix. I technically, still do. I'm a pharmacist, but pharmacy tech. But I've also worked at, Whole Foods. I've worked at Kroger. All of those jobs, I've been a cashier before, and I've had to get carts and stuff, and it sucks because you're just in the sun, and you gotta pick up all these carts, and people don't care. They just push it wherever, and if you are somebody that goes to the grocery store and you just push it wherever, just know that in some shape and form, there are a lot of people like me that, probably hate you. Just try not to do that because it's not okay. There are parts, where you could just do that. And don't get me wrong, whenever I was, doing it, I always just daydreamed because, that's what I do. I just go to my happy place and all right, well, what can I draw when I get off this, when I get off this job? So, I, always thought of different things and different, ways that I could, create different stories. And I definitely came up with several different stories where I was cart wrangling, but I never actually created a story like that. And I also didn't make it as creative as this one, where it was reality versus, your daydreaming, wise. And I think that's really cool. So hats off to you, man. I think this looks really awesome. I'm going to go to the next comic soon. This is going to be from Ofo Dude. But before I do that, I'm going to read these chats. Again, for everybody out there that is reading this or watching this on YouTube, please like the comments, like this video. Also, keep in mind, I have Volume 3 of Hammer that just came out, this Tuesday. I'm super excited. If I have some time, I actually want to read, maybe a little bit of, this comic. There's a PDF that I have that I can, bring up and see if I can show you guys that. But if you guys want a cool little sneak peek, let me know inside the, comments. But yes, Volume 3 of Hammer is out. We also have a bunch of other books that are going to be coming out later on this year. I think Apple Black Volume 3, that actually I think is getting shipped to me, so I might be making a few more videos in the future. But we also have Gun Hill. That should be coming out, I believe, next month. Then it's Apple Black, and then there's also Underground that's going to be coming out, I believe, later on this year. There's Soul Beat. There's Henshin. There's Volume 4 of Apple Black and Hammer. There's just a lot of books that we're going to be coming out with. There's also Saturday AM Annual, which, by the way, for everybody out there that wants to participate inside of Summer of Manga, which is this big event that Saturday AM does. We should be announcing that soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I know it's going to be, soon. So if you guys want to, learn any tips and tricks from me, then please, check out this 4-step guide to creating comics. It is $5 and it's 40 pages long. I kind of go through every single step. I'm actually making YouTube videos as well, but, that video is just really long and I'm breaking it up into like 20 videos. So if you guys want to watch the entire thing right now, you can actually do that by becoming a patron of mine for $5. You get this and also like the access to watch the entire video. So food for thought. Or you can just wait. I mean, it'll all be out. By I think June 28th. I think is when the last video is supposed to be coming out. But it comes out every Wednesday at 11 a.m. But yeah, it's just basically me going through this entire thing. So if you guys just want to cut through the middleman, pick up this 4-step guide. The link should be in the description below. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna read the comments now. Let's do this. Hold on. All right, so Vilmore. Yo, hello. I think I said that earlier, so that's where I left off. Are you gonna start posting vids soon, please? Yes. So when it comes to the 4-step guide, I actually have been posting videos every Wednesday at 11 a.m. and I also have been breaking up these lives into more digestible videos. Those are coming out. I want them to come out pretty much like every day around the 4-step guide videos. So 4-step guide comes out on Wednesday. So like the first comic that I read, I usually do I think on Monday. The second comic I read is on Tuesday. Then I have the 4-step guide, and then I release the third comic that I read on Thursday, and then on Friday I do the live. I have an idea to create some skit videos that I really want to do, so I might be doing that soon. And if I can get a chance to actually put those together, hopefully by the end of this month, if not the beginning of next month, then those might be coming out every Saturday and Sunday maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, I do want to do a lot of videos, so definitely subscribe if you guys want to check out those videos that will be coming out in the future. All right, let's do this. Yep, I wrangle carts. Exactly. Yes, I understand. Sorry if you've gotten this question, but when does this year's Summer of Manga start? I know that it should be starting soon. I know that they will be announcing it soon. All the guidelines. If it's anything like last year, which it should be, it's basically going to be a link on our website. You're going to go to that. You're going to press this. There's like a survey, and in the midst of the survey, you're like pitching us your comic. This meets that. You give us like a a sentence or a paragraph of what the entire story is going to be, and then a lot of editors in Saturday AM, they'll look through everything and they'll say, okay, well, we like this. Let's reach out to this person or whatever, and then after all of that. We'll weed down, like, I think last year we had like 100 or something like that, or 60, like, I don't know, it was a lot, so it was in between there, and, we weeded all that down to, like, I think 10 or 15, and they were all awesome, actually, as well, so, for everybody out there, go to app.saturday-am.com, and you can go, and you can download our app, actually, no, I'm sorry, that's actually, the web app. And if you do that, then you can actually, read a lot of our comics. If you subscribe, anyway, then you can read a lot of our comics. We have like 150 plus issues of Saturday AM, like 20 issues of Saturday PM, and I think like almost 10 issues of Saturday Brunch. We have a bunch of content on there. It's $3.99 a month or $36 the entire year. It's a great deal. But if you guys just want to, read like the latest comics, that comes out every single month. So yeah, just, keep that in mind. But, yes, if you can, check out last year's Summer of Manga, if you have a subscription, it might be free, I'm not really sure, but if you have a subscription, that Summer of Manga was awesome. They had a really high caliber talent inside of that issue for sure. So yeah, very cool. But I'm not sure exactly when it starts, but I do know it should be starting soon. So yeah. Your hair looks nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Or woman, I'm not sure exactly who you are, but I appreciate it. It's really long right now. I kind of want to get it cut, or at least stylize it some way. But I also have a lot of like skits and stuff that I have in mind. So I might, use my hair as like some type of prop to like have different character, personas and stuff. So yeah, but I appreciate that. Thanks. It's taken, I think this is a year and a half, almost 2 years. And it's like this long. Like it's insane. Like, man. All right. No, the top part was the first speech bubble. The comic reads left to right. I'm sorry, man. This is a W story. Thanks. I like the streams. They're informative and fun. Thanks, man. I appreciate this. Again, tell your friends. I'm doing this every single Friday between 4 and 6. Hopefully, in the future, I can do this for a little bit longer, or maybe I can have like 2 streams every week. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on, the amount of comics that I get. But, I like doing this. This is really fun. It's a really cool way to not only talk to everybody out there that wants to talk to me, but also, wants to, learn anything from me. Also, it's just a really cool way, just being real, to promote Hammer Volume 3 and everything Saturday AM. Also, if you guys, trying to teach everybody, like, this is a really cool way to, teach people about the 4-step guide and try to sell that as well. So, I mean, and on top of that, having content on YouTube. I mean, I've been wanting to do YouTube for like I've been wanting to do YouTube for the longest time. I used to do a lot of videos where I was just drawing, fan arts and stuff, and that was really fun. And I might do that in the future as well. But I don't know. I've been wanting to do a lot of stuff, and the only way to actually even start all of that is to just get into it. So I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Please tell your friends, if they have a comic and they want to, have me read it, or, I don't know, this might be some type of promotion for you, or, this is just, informative and you just want to learn a little bit, whatever the case may be. And, please, follow me on Instagram or Twitter and send me a DM, and I can read your comic. Every Friday between 4 and 6. Like I said, in the future it might expand, but so far this is what's what. Thanks for the free consultation. We'll take the advice. No problem. Like I said, everybody out there that wants a free consultation, which is basically you just letting me read your comic on YouTube. I mean, I'm just repurposing this on YouTube. That's the, it's public, so that's the only thing. If you want a private consultation, that's the $30 one. The 30-minute ones are going to be $50. I'm gonna set that up soon. But right now the 1 hour ones are $75, and there's only 5 left of that. So yeah. All right. I would like a sneak peek of Hammer Volume 3. Well, I might show that. I guess we'll see what's going on. I kind of want to show that after the next comic, so we'll see. How many Hammer pages do you do a day? Oof. Wait, hold on. Ofo Dude said, I'm ready for summer manga. Nice, man. I'm about to read your comic, so I think we're gonna see if that's true. Well, regardless of whether or not you make it in summer of manga, for everybody out there, because there's a lot of competition and it's everywhere around the world. I hope that you, 1, never give up, always strive to get better, and 2, just try to have as much fun as possible. So, I mean, I feel like if you just have that goal in mind, I want to have as much fun as possible, and, I just want to, put this out and try to entertain people. I think that you'll do a pretty decent job. So, just keep that in mind, for everybody out there. How many Hammer pages do you do a day? It depends. I talk about this actually in the 4-step guide. I break up the way I draw, my comic pages. I'll do a lot of the people, and then I'll do a lot of the backgrounds. And throughout the entire week, like, I could probably finish up like 20 pages, but it just kind of depends on. It kind of depends on a lot of stuff, but today, how many did I finish? I think like I think I finished up like 4 or 5 today. One of them was a double page spread, so I think that's 6, I guess. So yeah. The Surreal says, interesting story. Also, thanks for the advice, Jay. No problemo. All right, so we're going to go to the next comic. Again, everybody out there that is, watching this, please like the video. Leave a comment, if you guys want me to answer any questions. After this comic that I'm going to read from Ofo Dude, I'm going to be showing a small little preview of Hammer Volume 3. So if you guys want to check that out, please stick around. And, we're going to jump into this. This is from Ofo Dude. Ofo Dude, you have a funny Instagram name. Only because I think it's very memorable. Ofo Dude. I like it. It just makes me laugh though. So I like that. That's cool. So Ofo Dude, you guys can check him out. The link should be in the description. For his comic. You can follow him on Instagram. Ofo Dude is OFODUDE. I'm sorry, wait, hold on. Did I spell that right? Yeah, Ofo Dude. It's exactly how it sounds. This is the comic I'm actually going to be reading. Don't Be a Hero. This is, I assume, like the cover page. I'm on his Instagram right now. Cool. These are, some fan arts they did. This is Clock Striker. Clock Striker from Saturday AM. I like this. This is cool. Kingdom Hearts. Another Kingdom Hearts. You like Kingdom Hearts? Nice. All right. All right. So Kingdom Hearts, I have a love-hate relationship with this. I loved the first 2 video games that came out when I was in high school, and they were great. And then it took forever, like a decade plus, for the third one to come out, and my God, it was such a letdown. I didn't even play it. I just saw other people play it. And I was like, I'm glad I didn't buy this. But, I did play the Game Boy version, the DS versions, and, all this other stuff. There's so many, different, they were trying to prolong that entire, franchise for as long as possible. And I get it. Milk it. Make your money. Go for it. But, it was just, it was a letdown. So, but I love the art. So, I think you did a good job with, these 2. They're kind of chibi-ish. I like that. I like this as well. That's really cool. Let me go to the next one. Chainsaw Man. All right. Awesome sauce. I like this. I actually, I love the manga. I finished the first part. I know they started the second part recently. I haven't. I want to binge it. I try to binge most of the stuff except for One Piece. I think One Piece is the only comic that I can't wait because it's just so awesome. So I don't know. One Piece just hooks me. So I love it. But most comics I like binging. I would say Sakamoto Days is the same thing. Same thing with maybe Muscle and Mashal. That's really cool too. But Chainsaw Man was one of those comics at first, and then they changed everything and. It's not that I don't like it, it's that it's so good that I want to just read it for hours, and that's why I'm just waiting for a long time to read a lot of the manga. I think I've only read maybe 2 or 3 chapters. I've read up to the reintroduction of Chainsaw Man into the story, so I know that there's it's really cool. I like what's going on, but I don't know. I need to get back into it. But, when it comes to the anime, I've only watched a few episodes, and I really want to binge that, too. I'm sure, the entire season might be done by now. So, if it's not done, then I'm sure there's way more episodes than 2. So, I'll probably be watching that soon. But anyway, we're about to jump into this. This is from Ofo Dude. This is Ofo Dude. Don't Be a Hero. Again, everybody watching this, thank you very much for, just being here. I really appreciate it. Please leave a comment, in the chat or, down below or whatever. Like it. Like this video. That helps with the algorithm. I'm going to be chopping up these videos and, that always works. So thank you very much for, helping me out. Everybody out there that, wants to buy a 4-step guide, there should be a link down below. But we're about to hop into this. Don't Be a Hero. Story and art by Chinedu Ofo Guebu. Alright, so first off, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but now I know this is why it's Ofo Dude, and that's awesome. So that's really, really cool. So awesome sauce. Alright, Don't Be a Hero. Read from left to right. Okay. Spider the Lag Man. I just want to let you know that's that's what I needed. Something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everybody watching this, that was from previous comic. All right, we're running out of time. The Umbrail King's army invades our kingdom as we speak. Wait. Okay. All right. Our forces are holding the impish hordes at bay, but I'm afraid they won't last for much longer. Only the Heaven's Blade is mighty enough to wipe out the Umbrail King and his army completely. Whew, excuse me. However, only the Blade can choose its champion, and there is no one in this world worthy of its strength. That's why I have summoned. Oh wow, this is a little girl. Okay, all right. Let me go back. We're running out of time. The Umbrail King's army invades our kingdom as we speak. Our forces are holding the impish hordes at bay, but I'm afraid they won't last for much longer. Only the Heaven's Blade is mighty enough to wipe out the Umbrail King and his army completely. However, only the Blade can choose its champion, and there is no one in this world worthy of its strength. That's why I have summoned you from your world. We need you! Surely you jest, Princess Alicia. The foretellers never lie, Sir Arturius. He's the best we've got. I love this. So I'm gonna keep on going. Your Majesty, look at him. He's just a boy, and it's that boy's destiny to be our hero. And it's that boy's destiny to be our hero. Let's not forget all of your attempts to claim the sword. You promised to never speak of that. Kaboom! He's done it. All right. Okay, all right. So first off, if I was this bodyguard, this grown man who just, was, standing right next to my princess, and she summoned this Link dude that came from another world, who's obviously just a little kid, and then he pulls out this sword after I've tried several different times, I would feel so emasculatedly bad. Like, oh my god. Like, I mean, I would just be like, well, that's a wrap. I don't think I could be your bodyguard anymore. Like, should I be? Like, clearly this little kid did this. Like, I mean, okay, I get it. It's destiny. I understand. It's his destiny to, be able to be the chosen one and do this. But I'm just saying, just from looking at it, like, I would just be like, oh wow. All right. Anyway, let's keep on going. He's done it. Champion from afar, the Heaven's Blade has chosen you as its rightful wielder. By the gods, now that you've drawn the sword, will you help us? Danny! What in blazes is that? It hurts. It sounds kind of familiar, actually. Doom. Oh, there you are. Okay, all right. I love that. That is so awesome. That is freaky. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. That is very cool. I like that. What the hell is that? What does it matter? Fire at will. Ow! Uh-oh. Boom. Did that thing just wipe out the enemy's vanguard? Hey, wah! Where the hell are you going? Nice. Hi, Mom. Idiot. Don't you just hi me? Don't you hi me? It's your first day in the 6th grade, and I find you playing hero in another magic book? You need to get your priorities straight, Danny. You're not going to be a kid forever. But Mom, it's my destiny. No, mister, your destiny is in my hands, and it's... and you're not just... I'm sorry, hold on, let me back up. No, mister, your destiny is in my hands, and if you're not dressed to impress in the next 5 minutes, now hurry! Now hurry up! Sheesh, he's ever the chosen one, isn't he? I swear, if my son isn't chosen for a full scholarship when he's older, I'm gonna cry. All right. Thanks for reading. High five. All right. So first off, I just want to say, when it comes to the art style, I think that your art style is, if I remember you correctly, you've definitely been in, like March Art Madness and past contests that Saturday AMs have, and I think that from what I remember back then to now, like your art style has improved definitely. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. So I think that just the more you draw, the better you're gonna get. I mean, I know I say that a lot, but it's the same for me with Hammer. Like, I mean, you could look at Volume 1. There are definitely a few pages in here that I had to either redraw or, just add certain content to. And, like, there's a drastic difference between my 2014 artwork and my 2020 artwork or my 2021 artwork. So, I mean, the more you draw, the better you're going to get. And you're also going to, figure out different ways to, do certain things. Like, for instance, in this first panel, I like the fact that the establishing shot shows, this castle and, there's, it's clearly, being attacked. There's smoke and stuff. But you could add more detail, or you could make it, a little bit bigger, or, change the angle or, something like that. Like, so, I mean, it's little choices like that that I think would probably make your stuff stand out a little bit more. Again, a lot of those choices won't necessarily start popping up in your head until you constantly do this more and more and more and more. So that's the reason why I always say that you should do thumbnails, because when you draw thumbnails, it's like the first draft of what you're doing. You're just showing. It's just the first idea that comes to your mind. So like if that's the first, like if this thumbnail, okay, if this page was thumbnailed, that first panel did not have, it looks like it didn't have as much thought as it could have had. It looks like it could have just been like the first draft. And I think that if you did it more, times, you would probably figure out a different way to show it at a different angle. You would work on the perspective a little bit more, or you would, incorporate both of the first two, panels and like maybe show these demons and like these soldiers fighting them through the streets of like, this background. So, I mean, it's just little choices like that that I think if you just take the time to, like work through it, through every page with your, thumbnails, then you would definitely see a lot more improvement for sure. But yeah, I think that, your style, it looks definitely a little bit better. I like the incorporation of the chibiness and the serious, type of style that you're going for. Or not the serious type of style, but like it reminds me of like Link from like the Super Smash Brothers, and how he looks, like how his like character looks when you're picking him and stuff, and it looks like a mixture between that and like chibi comics, and I feel like it's a good mixture. I'm not sure if that's what you're going for, but that's at least what it's coming off to me as. In this panel, for example, in this page, like I like the, the action, him, pulling out the sword. I would, however, I've been saying this for everybody, just try to think about scale, because like this sword is, obviously it's supposed to be big, bigger than him or as big as him or, whatever. But since he's pulling it out of like this, the sword holder or whatever that thing is, I mean, if you use like this is what I do. Like if you use your like fingers and you put it like your index finger or your pointer finger, and your thumb, and you put it like for the entire sword length, like that sword would be a little bit longer than the space that he has to be able to pull it out. So it's stuff like that if you think about, like, maybe you should have like had him have like some type of stool or step stool to step on, or maybe he's bending his his elbows a little bit more. Just little things like that could make everything feel a little bit better, in terms of like I guess, just like professionally wise, I guess, it wouldn't confuse anybody. When I first looked at this, like, I was kind of confused because the sword was kind of long, but yeah. Also, I mean, you could add more detail to these things. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how long it took you to draw this, but there you could add a little bit more detail to the backgrounds. But ultimately, though, I like the fact that there are at least some backgrounds. I mean, you get to, you can tell that he's like in this castle type thing, so that's cool. On top of a castle, especially with the sky, that is by far the best scene. I love this scene. This is very, very cool. I know what you were going for. I like this attempt. I don't think you landed it that well. Only because of perspective reasons. But I mean, if he was bigger, for example, and like you cut him off like at his waist or or something, then it probably would look a little bit better. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily matter. It still technically works with everything, like the tones that you have to make those clouds, and then you have the eyeball look like it's the moon. I like the fact that this is such a big twist that like kind of just throws you off. I mean, this is a great page. Like this is awesome. I really liked this reveal. This was so cool. But again, you always want to like try to figure out a way to make it look cooler, and the way to make this look a little bit cooler would have just been trying to figure out the perspective of it all. So I'm not sure if you're like using Clip Studio Paint, but there is a perspective tool. I'm still trying to learn how to use this. I know how to use it to an extent, but I know that there's other people that know how to use it way better than me. They're on YouTube. They have a lot of videos, so I would highly recommend looking into those videos to learn a lot more about perspective. But if you learned about perspective, this page could have been like just 10 out of 10. Right now, I would say it's more of like a 7 out of 10. But like it's still very high. And I like this page, like out of every other page that you have, like this is by far my favorite one. So I do like this though. This is a cool action, just showing this hand coming down. At this point in time, what was going through my mind was, if you guys want to help me out, and donate some money, I can get a better camera and also a better microphone. This thing just kind of fell off from me, so I'll fix this later. But or you can get a consultation or buy a 4-step guide. The links are in the description. I want to like try to reinvest some money into this channel. So hopefully in the future I can do that soon. And with your help, the faster the better. But anyway, when I was reading this comic, when I got to this page, I, was thinking about Super Smash Brothers. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm not sure if that's what you were going for, or like maybe you were trying to, do this in a way that like kind of, like throws off people. And if that's the case, then good job. But I mean, it just, I don't know, like it's really cool. Like I like this hand just coming out, and it also like the way that it breaks out of the panel, it shows that it's actually like showing that it's coming towards you. Like I like that a lot. Like you did a really good job on that. These sound effects, I'm trying to get better at sound effects myself. I don't think I'm ever gonna be as perfect as I want to be, because there's always room for improvement. But I've definitely gotten a lot better at drawing sound effects. And I think that my advice for you when it comes to these sound effects is to draw them. Don't type them out. These right here, you didn't necessarily even need these as much. It makes it very difficult to see, that these are actually centaurs as opposed to just people, standing and holding the, fire arrow. So yeah, like sometimes sound effects can get in the way. In the Rick and Morty project that I worked on, I finished it already. They actually had. Wait, hold on for a second. I have a drink. Yay! I only have a little sip. Sorry guys, I'm tired and very thirsty. So all right. when it came to the Rick and Morty project, the script that I had, it had a lot of sound effects throughout the book that's, like, in some panels I would have added, and some panels I wouldn't have added. But, obviously, like, I didn't write it. So, I mean, I didn't have, I added, I think, only one sound effect throughout the entire book. It wasn't even a sound effect. It was more of, like, just, like, a surprise, like, whoa. So, but, I think that when it comes to drawing sound effects, you want to enhance, not only the artwork that's around, you want to, leave the eye of the reader to the next panel with it. You also want to, have it be purposeful as well. You don't want it to just be there for no reason at all. So, I mean, the whoosh, I love that because obviously, there's a whoosh, whoosh, like it makes sense. But, this, you didn't need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You didn't need 8 or 16 exclamation points. Like, you didn't need that. Like, you could have had just these 2 right here and it would have done the trick. So, I mean, I don't know, like just stuff like that. I feel like that's more of just an experience thing. The more comics you draw, the more glaring mistakes you'll start seeing in like your old work. If you guys, I'm not sure if you remember or if you were here during that time when I was doing my old comic reading and stuff, but there's, I don't know, like, obviously, like, there's a progression. Like, it doesn't really look like, I knew exactly what I was doing in the very beginning of, me drawing comics. And now, like, it's drastically different. Like, and it showed a little bit more of a progression. At some point, I'll probably show those old comics again. So, if you guys want to see that, then, maybe I'll do that. I should probably start, making posts on my YouTube community. So if you guys, follow me, then, you guys will probably see that. So, keep that in mind. But anyway, overall, Ofo, dude, I think that, all of this looks really cool. I really like the way you used, the way you made these, clouds and stuff. Like, you have a lot of, stylistic choices here. And, I think it, works very well. The mom, I think, she's, definitely, like, you can see that, like, she cares about her son. You can see that she has expectations that she wants him to meet. You can see that she, wants him to take things seriously. Like, you can see all of that in her posture and also, like, her facial expressions that you show later on inside of the page at the very end. Like, you are doing very well. I would, however, still work on the anatomy though, because, like, right here, for example, I'm not really sure what's going on with her outfit. But, I mean, does she have pants and shorts or a skirt on? Like, I would work on, that looks weird. I would I would just make those pants if she's supposed to be a nurse or something, or if this is supposed to be like a lab coat. Like, I don't know. That's weird. I would probably change that. But, if you, like, take her arms and you straighten them out, they're longer than her knees, and that's not what anatomy looks like. I mean, good anatomy. So I would try to, like, just focus a little bit more on that. Obviously, I would focus on, obviously, this is also super cartoony, so, I mean, I guess the anatomy is, kind of, you should know anatomy so that way you can, exaggerate it in the ways that still make sense. That's what I've been trying to do with Hammer. I mean, clearly people's legs don't bend like this, but, like, you can understand what he's doing because I understand anatomy enough to be able to do this. And, like, again, you can understand what's going on right here as well, but the difference is that my style is very cartoony to the point where I've made it, okay for me to exaggerate everything and it still look like it's supposed to look. Whereas this is, I believe, like, kind of like in the middle, like right before you start actually getting into, like, your actual style. Like, there's still, like, just a few minute, like, mistakes that are still popping up, and, like, just the more you draw, the better you're gonna get. And like I can see that you're very close, but it's just not there yet. So like that's what it feels like to me anyway. So I mean, that's not to say that you're not doing very well, because again, like I mean, this comic looks very, very cool, especially that double page spread. And I really like this page as well. The layout of this page is also very cool. I mean, you're doing very, very well. So I mean, just keep on going, and you'll definitely get a lot better. This is Ofo Dude. You guys can check out that comic in the description below. You guys can check him out on Instagram. You can follow him, and all of that. Definitely go check him out. He has been working his butt off. And, yeah, there you go. So I'm going to read a few of these comments, and then after that I'm going to show a little bit of the Hammer Volume 3. I might show a small commercial as well, something that I came up with a long time ago. I'm not sure if I still have it, but give me 1 second. Let me see if I can move this. All right. Ooh. All right, so I'm reading the comments. Am I ready for Summer Manga? How many Hammer pages do you do? Interesting story. Also, thanks. All right, Kingdom Hearts gang. Yes, Ofo Dude. Yes, Kingdom Hearts is awesome. Not really. Only the first two. But I mean, yes. I don't know. Like like Kingdom Hearts is. It's just. I feel like at this point it's more attached to a feeling of nostalgia of just being back in the early 2000s and stuff, but yeah. Thank you for the W for my voice acting. I hope that it comes in handy whenever I do my random skits. So keep an eye out for those. Ooh, excuse me. The story was so dope. Yes, definitely show Ofo Dude some some praise. Dude definitely tried his best, and he did a very, very, very good job. Spider the Lagman also did a good job, and I also liked Cyborg Vega as well. All three of you guys that have sent me your comics is Jared Sterling. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Your comic. Like I said, the more you draw, the better you're gonna get. Same thing with you, Lagman. I would just, try to work on more of a, clarity issue, just so that way no one's confused about your comic. Which, again, might just be me, whatever. But, yeah. And when it comes to Ofo Dude, anatomy and perspective, I would say the same thing for also Jared Sterling as well. Anatomy and perspective definitely will, raise you up a lot. But, yeah, this was really cool. Samson Q2U is really good budget mic. Oh, awesome. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I might go check that out. I want actually to get a mic that I can hook on, so that way whenever I'm doing skits, I don't have to hold anything, and also you can just hear the audio a lot better. But also I could just do the same thing for these as well. I can use both my hands. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, Spider Man, thank you so much, man. Yes, God bless. She trying. Your advice is invaluable, Jay. Thank you so much, man. I gotta remember to take my time with my work and not sprint through it. Yes, don't get me wrong. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get, to the point where you could not necessarily sprint through it, but just do it so efficiently that it's happening faster than it ever would have been had you sprint through it right now. I know I've said this before, in my Instagrams and everything else, but I mean, I'm dead serious when I say this. So far, I'm almost done actually with the next 12 pages. So that would be 124 pages since January 1st to now that I've done. And the only reason why it's even slowed down is because, I'm working on Hammer, chapters as opposed to a Hammer book, like the Rick and Morty book. And, I would assume probably by the end of this year, I will have hit between 500 pages and 1,000 pages. But so far, since January 1st to now, because of my efficient process of knowing exactly what to do and how to do it very quickly, I'm able to do, 124 pages. And, I think that it takes a lot of time to learn how to do all that. So the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. And if you give up, then it's never gonna happen. So I just try to tell people, don't give up, especially if you want it to happen. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna read. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can show a little commercial real quick. Give me a second. These are the Saturday AM books. I'm going to show Apple Black, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Hold on. Whoa! Can you guys hear this? I'm not sure if you can hear this. But this is Apple Black. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah! Snap. Hold on. Oh, snaps. All right, we're going to start this over. Give me a moment. All right, everybody. If you guys can hear this, I'm talking about Apple Black. I'm showing you guys, this is Apple Black Volume 1. It is, one of the flagship series that we have in Saturday AM. Apple Black and Clock Striker are our number 1 and number 2. Definitely go check it out because it is awesome. Y Manga TV. Definitely go check him out. He's also has a Volume 2 out as well. I actually made a lot of these videos, and I never got a chance to show them. So I might be putting this in another video where that way you guys can hear it. But I just thought that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely go check out Apple Black or Clock Striker as well. I don't think I have one of Clock Striker yet. I need to make one of those. But let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second. And it's just kind of all the tips and tricks that I've learned from just being a comic book artist for the last 13 plus years. I have a lot of books out. I Hammer Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've worked at Saturday AM for the last 5 years. I've also worked at Oni Press on a few books. Currently right now the most recent one is the Rick and Morty project, which the Rick and Morty manga that comes out in November of this year later on. What the heck? But yeah, what else? I don't know. I've done a lot. I think I have done enough to know what I'm talking about when it comes to giving you tips and tricks on how to get better at drawing comics. So hopefully, if you would like to learn from me, or at least just have some type of starting point, then definitely check it out. It is $5. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll down. All right, I'm gonna go to the second chapter. I'm gonna read up to a certain point, and then I'm gonna call it quits. There's only like 30 minutes left of this, so let's do this. Oh snaps! Wait a minute. This is Hammer. Put your back into it. I don't know. I can't rhyme. I'm not a good rapper, guys. All right, backing up. Again, this is Hammer. Little preview. This is chapter 15, Brim and her question. Let me back up a little bit more, and let me do that. All right, now you guys can see. All right, so it reads from right here to this page. You're looking for someone? Who? You're not him. Goodbye. What? Hey, where are you going? What's their problem? This sucks. I have to catch up. Huh? Crap! and then he falls down. And there's like a splash. What the crap? And then you see this turtle wolf, and he's drinking water, salt water, and then he's like, doom. And then he's like, is that a turtle wolf? All right, I wanted to save that apple for later. I guess I'll just have to have you for lunch then. And then he tries to hit him because he's rushing at him. And then he's like, action mode, hammer fist. And then when he hits him, he's like, ow, that hurt. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, what happened to my hammer? And then he's like, didn't Diane say something about this? And she says, it seems your metal corrodes very fast in the presence of air, and I assume salt water specifically. I guess she didn't know it feels heavier too. Crap, this hurts. Gotta get dry, quick. And while this is happening, this turtle wolf is splashing over here, and then he's like, roar, and then, like, lunges at him. And then he's like, crap. And then he's like, what's going on? And he says, fingernails. And, shoots his fingernails at him. He's like, what? And then he gets hit again. And he's like, oh, man, that turtle wolf's shell is crazy tough. But now that I'm dry, he's like, I can show you exactly how strong my hammer really is. And then he's like, uh-oh. And then you see this big one right here. And he's like, there's another one. Crap, I've never fought an adult turtle wolf before. This is bad. And then he gets hit. And then he's like, ah! He's like, crap, my hammer is getting rusty again. What now? And that's all I'm going to show you guys. That is the little sneak peek of Volume 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know that it was very short. I know that I probably could have read a little bit more, or maybe lingered on the pages a little bit more. But to be honest with you, I kind of want you guys to look at this video again and maybe, pause it. You can look at the pages that way. Or you can go check out, the book in a library. I believe it's there. Your local libraries. You can go check them out if it's there. You can go to a comic book shop and say, hey, please order this from Diamond. They'll order it there. What else? There's, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Walmart. You can buy this book as well as several other Saturday AM books from all of those places. So please show some support. If you've already bought any of the volumes, then, please, rate them, review them. Please, let me know what you thought. Let others know what you thought. Just let people know so that way, we can make Hammer as big as we want to make Hammer. Like, I personally want to make Hammer as big as, I don't know, like, I would love it if it was anywhere near a Naruto. I don't like Fairy Tail, but everybody knows of Fairy Tail. If I could get to that level of like fame, not infamy, but if I could get to that level of fame from like this story, like I think that'd be pretty awesome. I would love for everybody to know about Hammer. Everybody know about Saturday AM properties like Gun Hill, Apple Black, Clock Striker, Yellow Stringer, Massively Multiplayer World of Ghosts, Titan King. Sagami. We have several different Oblivion Rouge. We have several different titles throughout our entire roster, and the only way that we're gonna be able to expand our fan base is to just have people like you guys, our fans, actually tell people, hey, I like them. So luckily we're in a lot more places. I do believe that later on this year we're gonna be in even more. I think that we're definitely going to become that manga brand. I have a vision for Saturday AM. What I envision Saturday AM in the next 5 years, and I think we're on track for that. And I'm very excited. We'll see if it is better than what I'm imagining. We'll see what happens. But I'm very excited right now, and I'm also very grateful for everybody that is just, I don't know, likes to listen to me ramble on YouTube. It's pretty cool. So just having everybody out here that's watching this right now, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I might be ending the stream a little bit sooner just because it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of questions. So if you guys have any questions, please by all means put them in the chat. I will try to answer them. I have another 25 minutes before 6. I gotta get off because I gotta get my dogs. So if there's not a lot of questions, then I'll probably get off and then just go get them. I can finish cleaning my house and stuff. But this is really fun. I love doing these shows, and reading 3 comics every week. Is just a really fun way of, like I said, just getting to know you guys, as well as also your comics, and being able to tell you guys about Hammer and everything else that I'm working on. And I don't know, I think this is just a really cool way of doing that. So again, I appreciate everybody out here that is just watching this right now. I'm just rambling. I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions. God bless She Trying. Your advice is invaluable, Jay. Okay, all right. Sweet. An advertisement. Yes, that was the advertisement of Apple Black. Hammer time. Yes. Looks great. Take my retirement. Have you ever read Rave Master? Rave Master, I love that series. I used to watch that anime when it was on Toonami. The Saturday Toonami, Saturday night, I think, is when they would have that come out. And I did think I liked that a little more than Fairy Tail, but only because I only saw like a few episodes. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm not sure if it's like even better than Fairy Tail or not. I've heard a lot of mixed things about Fairy Tail, and I've read enough of Fairy Tail to know that the first 100 chapters of Fairy Tail are awesome, in my opinion. I think after that, kind of like wanes, and then it's just like, okay, like this is you're gonna get some action. You know what you're gonna get when you pick up a Fairy Tail book. So I think that's not to rag on him or anything. I mean, I'm nowhere near as successful as that dude yet, so I can't say anything. But I do know that a lot of people have mixed feelings about Fairy Tail. So I mean, we'll see if they have the same feelings about Hammer in the future. But when it comes to Rave Master, unfortunately, no, I have not watched all of Rave Master. I've seen enough to know that I would probably give it another chance. Now that I'm older, now that I have time to actually do these things, I probably would give it another chance. So maybe I'll look that up on Crunchyroll or something. But yeah. Are you judging for summer manga again this year? I might be. I'm not really sure, actually. The way we have judges, so it's not even like, okay, it kind of depends on whether or not they're going to do it like they did last year. If I'm not mistaken, what they do is they have basically everybody vote for your favorite comics. That way the artist can, tell their friends and family in their part of the world to, go to our website. We usually, like, the more international our event is, like, the better, because there's people from Italy, Hungary, Lithuania, everywhere around the world comes to our website to, vote, because the artists that we choose to, be inside of the magazine are telling their friends to come vote. So all of that takes, like it actually, like, their votes, like it matters, but when it comes to the judges, it's usually Saturday AM in general, like, a lot of our artists and, staff members and stuff, but I think it's mainly artists. Theirs are just a little bit more weighted, their votes. Granted, if I'm not mistaken, I might be confusing this with March Art Madness. But I think that that's how it would go. In which case, it wouldn't just be me as a judge. It would be a lot of other there would be a lot of other factors into that. So I definitely will read them. I if this particular show, like, is actually pretty cool and a lot of people like it, then, maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll read the entire issue on, a live stream one day. I think that'd be really fun. I might make that a little bit longer of a stream, but, I think that'd be really fun. I might be doing a collab in the future with a few YouTubers. If you guys have a channel around my size and want to do a collab, then, definitely hit me up. Right now I'm thinking, just kind of like, low maintenance stuff, not like, videos that we have to, like, send each other or whatever. I mean, maybe in the future we can do that. But I mean, if if you have a YouTube channel that's that I would like to work with. I mean, as of right now, there's one that I'm trying to hit up with, and there's a few others that I have that I want to hit up. So in the future, I might be doing some more collabs. So keep an eye out for those. There'll be like streams and stuff like this. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see if you guys have any more questions. Are you judging for some manga? I already did that. The manga is phenomenal. You're talking about Rave Master? Awesome sauce. I'll keep that in mind. Any tips on toning with Clip Studio? I know how tones are applied, but when I export it, it always appears jagged. I heard changing settings helps that a little bit, but how do you go about it? I would have to do another video for that particular subject. Personally, I do my tones very, very simply. Like, I try not to make them, like, overcomplicated, because I know that it's very difficult to figure out how to like do everything. Like, it's not difficult. It's just, if I'm being real, I guess I'm lazy. Like like I know what works for me, and I know how I can make what I do work for whatever page I'm working on. So I just kind of like, this is what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm very efficient in what I'm doing. So like I try not to not confuse myself, but like give myself more tedious work. And as of right now, it would be very tedious for me to try to like figure out everything to for those tones. So what I usually do is I just color it gray. There's actually a tone button where if you press that, it'll make everything look like a tone. So that's probably the easiest way to make it look like a tone if you want to. But I just color it gray. I use gradients. I just, try to make it as simple as possible. And again, whenever I do tones, I was saying this to somebody earlier in a consultation, whenever I do tones, I, try to just use it for very few, like, reasons. Naruto is the best at this. Naruto only uses tones for, like, one of two reasons. Emotional scenes, like when somebody's crying, their entire face is toned, but their eyes and the tears are not. That's an emotional scene, something like that. Or whenever they're having a tone to like just separate, like one Naruto from like all of his other Kagebujins, or the character that is he's trying to fight. Like, I mean, I only use tones for separation and emotional scenes. So like those are the only times I use tones. So because of that, I try not to, make myself worry too much about like everything that goes into this. But that's not to say that you can't find a lot of tutorials online, and that's also not to say that I might not make another. I probably will make a tutorial on this in the future. It's just as of right now, with my schedules and time and all that, like I'm probably not going to for a while. But if you can't wait, then I would definitely look that up on some YouTube channels. I know White probably has a lot of tutorials for Clip Studio Paint, so that's a good place to start for sure. All right, so it looks like it's 5:42 right now. I'm probably gonna get off soon, unless you guys have another question. But I'm just gonna re-announce all of these real quick, and then I'm probably gonna get off. First, again, I just want to say thank you all for coming to this show. This is, I think, the third episode that I've done in total. The first one was just a live that I did, and then the second one was, I think, last week where I read like Henshin and stuff, and then this is the third one. So like this is this is pretty cool. I like this setup. It kind of sucks that I'm every Friday like I have to like rush and go get my dogs like immediately after. If this was, hopefully in the future, like when I get, more people who are watching this, which by the way, if you guys are watching this, please, drop a like, let people know that, you enjoyed this. That also helps with the algorithm. Looks like there's 15 people watching right now, but there's only 10 likes. So, if you guys can like this, that'd be great. But, anyway, I definitely would like to do this more and more. Hopefully in the future, I can actually stay on a lot longer if there's more people. I think that'd be really cool. Or if I have more comics that I want to read, I think that'd be nice. But if you guys want me to read your comic, then please, please, please send me a DM on my Instagram or my Twitter. You have to follow me on one of those two, and then send me an Instagram or a DM on one of those platforms, and then I'll put you in line for the next week or whatever. As of right now, I believe I only have 2 comics, or maybe 1. It might be 2. So I think there's only 1 more spot left for next week. So if you guys want me to read your comic, then please send me a link. That'd be great. I will be doing this next Friday between 4 and 6. All of these videos, every comic that I read today, I'll be breaking up this video so that way you guys can see it in shorter videos. If you guys want to check out last week's, there's a playlist down below, and that way you guys can see all that. If you guys want to learn anything about drawing comics, or have some type of starting guide, then please check out the 4-step guide to creating comics. It's $5, 40 pages long. There's a bunch of tips and tricks in there. There's actually some examples of me drawing this one comic. It's about a supercomputer. So I mean, yeah, definitely go check out that if you want to learn, especially also if you're trying to be inside of what's it called, Summer of Manga, which, by the way, everybody that's in Summer of Manga, the people that are very easy to work with and are exceptional and everybody likes, we actually give them a contracted work to work on a story for the Summer at Saturday AM annual. This is the 2023 version. There's a 2024 version coming out later on this year, and that's going to have the Summer of Manga talent from last year. So, I mean, if you guys want to be in the 2025 annual, then, this is how you do it. It will also be in Walmart, Barnes & Noble, and, it's just really cool to have a credit like that, especially if you, want to make this a career of yours. So, keep that in mind. Summer of Manga is right around the corner. We should be announcing it soon. So if you follow Saturday AM on Twitter or Instagram, then, you'll hear that. But if you follow me, I'm probably also going to say it as well. But again, if you buy the 4-step guide, or if you've been watching, any of my videos on my YouTube channel in regards to the 4-step guide, then, hopefully that will help you in, trying to craft a story for that. All of those videos are like 3 minutes long right now. So, maybe in the future they'll get a little longer. But as of right now, they're pretty short and digestible. So go check that out. What else? Hammer Volume 3. I know I've said this earlier, but this is finally out. I showed a little, small little snippet of it earlier. And I hope that was, enticing enough for you guys to want to see more. There's actually a few color pages in here. Hold on, let me get to this one. Not only are the covers colored, but there are also some other pages that are colored as well. So I mean, great product. I think everybody who likes Hammer, or obviously if you like Hammer, you're gonna like that book. But if you like One Piece, if you like Bone, Adventure Time, Astro Boy, Dragon Ball, if you like any of those types of comics, action-packed, very adventurous, you're going to love Hammer. And, I think that if you just give it a chance, you'll be very surprised at seeing, everything that's going to happen inside that book. There's also several different titles under Saturday AM's, umbrella that, if you want like an MMA comic, that should be coming out soon. It's called Underground. If you want something like 70s funk meets Indiana Jones, called Soul Beat, that should be coming out soon. There's Apple Black, obviously. That's Bleach meets Harry Potter. We got Clock Striker, which is Naruto. But just, what would that be? Naruto meets Full Metal, maybe? I mean, not even. Honestly. There's several different titles that we have. And I think that everybody that just gives it a chance will be pleasantly surprised at diverse manga and, just manga that is from creators that aren't just from Japan. People that are, from America or Hungary or Lithuania or Greece or, New Zealand. I mean, that's we're diverse because we have creators from everywhere. I mean, so I think that if you are looking for something new, this is definitely something that you should do. Check out our app, app.saturday-am.com. I believe that there's a link down below, but if not, then if you go to my link tree, you should be able to see it there. But yeah, I think that's it. That's surreal. It is surreal sometimes to go into Walmart and see volume 1 and 2 of my series. It is kind of surreal to see that. I am pleasantly surprised every time, but it's still kind of a shocker. And by the end of this year, there's 3 books this year that I have my hand in that will be coming out. 2 of them are Hammer, volume 3 and 4, and the last one is Rick and Morty. And Rick and Morty comes out when volume 4 comes out. So, I mean, it's gonna be pretty trippy to see all of those on the shelf later on this year. I know when it comes to Rick and Morty, my editor told me I think they were looking at Target and Walmart. So, I mean, when it comes to Walmart, if they have, both 3 and 4 as well, that'd be pretty nice. So, but yeah, man, I will be getting off soon. Again, everybody, thank you so much for, tuning in to this episode. I know it kind of started off slow, but I appreciate you all for, just coming around and, helping me out and, just being inside the chat. Please like this video on your way out if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's about it. But I'm about to get out because I got to go get my dogs, and my voice is getting very tired. So thanks again, guys. Deuces.